Surprise.
Holidays. I call this meeting of the Brattleboro Housing Partnership to order. Review and approve minutes from the annual meeting of November 14th, 2016. Do I hear a motion to approve it as circulated?
Also,
And second?
a second.
Okay, all right, thanks. Any additions, corrections? All those in favor, please say aye.
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 Opposed? No. And no abstentions. Okay. Resident and citizen participation. Thank you for staying. This is the, now, but I got it right, you're the head, the president of Moore Court Residents Association, and Doreen? No. Trying to remember, you told me your name?
Lynette Thomas.
Lynette. I got the L, but that's all right, Lynette Thomas. So, thoughts about how things are going at Moore Court?
There's little issues, but we're working on. As I said, I've been here for 34 years. I guess I'm just an old jigger, so. I'm an old pain in the butt, I guess.
I didn't say no.
I know.
And it helps.
So.
Helps to know what's going on, because commissioners on the board aren't peering over and visiting residents. We rely on our staff so that we're not
I
doing
think the
hands-on.
staff is doing what they have to do. I think we just take one step at a time and little problems here and there. As I said, we'll just leave it at that.
Well, thank you for being here and thank you for
Thank you.
staying. Comments, questions from the board? Okay, we'll move on to open the public hearing on the 2017 annual and 5-year capital fund program applications. So we have this.
So we need a motion to open the hearing?
So moved.
A second.
What you have is the 5-year plan. It says 2016 and I circled, I hope, yes, 2017.
Yes.
We just got this approved by HUD, so there really will be no changes in our 2017 plan from what is in here.
And the delay in the approval from HUD, did that affect anything in 2016?
Yes, we were not able to start the sprinklers at the high rise, and we were not able to start the capital needs analysis for RAD, which was really too bad. So all of that, the RAD, I'll start soliciting consultants on the RAD project in January, and I'm not sure when we'll get the designing and the sprinklers for the high rise. But it'll be sometime next year.
A
It's
quick
not a rush,
translation
but-
of RAD.
Oh, the rental assistance demonstration program.
Okay. Thank you.
As far as the high-rise, when are they ever gonna fix the door locks?
The door locks, is there a problem?
Hmm?
The problem with the door locks?
About in August, a contractor came in changing the front, the downstairs door locks,
Mm-hmm.
and they've never finished it. Supposed to be electronic locks or something like that.
It's the fob, isn't it? You put up a little gray thing.
yeah.
It's not in yet?
No,
Well, I will find out. But a lot of things have gotten delayed with opening Red Clover and trying to get everybody moved.
I don't think it's our fault. I think the contractor just forgot about it or something.
Oh, no, I think it's on us to get the contractor back. So
No.
I will let you know.
And if I can comment, this is why we need resident and citizen participation.
Yeah.
really important.
I know that's on Jack's radar,
Great.
but we'll get it.
So the grand total every year is about almost $352,000.
Well, that's what it was for 2016, and we're required to budget out that
I
amount.
see.
And we don't really know what it'll be for 2017 or in the future. But that's what we're required to use.
Okay.
So these numbers all total to those numbers on the bottom.
So when we actually get what our real number will be for 2017, this will be revised. It will be lower, I know that. So this will be revised to match whatever is the new number, and then going out the 5 years, they'll all match 2017.
So on the second page, noting a lot of focus on trimming trees, repairing asphalt, improving, and then some major demolition work at Melrose. The grant that could be used to demolish the buildings at Melrose that are most prone to flooding, is that separate from this?
Yes.
Okay. So this is in addition to that grant?
Yes, and that grant has been, we have 3 things going. We have a community development disaster relief grant for the 4 buildings up at the top. That's been approved, and that has to be spent by June.
Okay.
We have the FEMA grant that's $3.2 million to do extensive work, and that has gone through 1 approval and is still in the works. It's bundled with a lot of state projects. And then we have this money to also put into the mix.
Okay.
Can I ask a question?
Mm-hmm.
Sure, of course.
I heard rumors that Norcourt was getting maybe, rebuilt, whatever. Is that on the works?
That's a rumor.
Okay, that's what I wanna know, thank you.
The first thing that has to happen is that we have to have all of the public housing properties, except of course Melrose. We have to have what's called a capital needs analysis done, and that's what I was saying about the consultant. And we will get them,
Yep.
and then they will come through
It's
all.
nice to hear the real truth.
Yeah, and they will come through the a certain number of apartments and look at all the buildings and tell us, where they stand and what needs to happen.
That's what I need to
So
know, thank
that's-
you very much.
Yes, there are no plans
Oh,
to tear
right.
down Moore Court or Hayes Court at this time.
Decorating Christmas lights, that's what.
Yeah, no, keep them going.
Okay,
And it looks really nice. Really
we're
nice.
getting there. We're still putting them up, we're down there.
We are still in the public hearing. Any more comments, questions? Do I hear a motion to close the public hearing?
I will make that.
Thank you. Thank you, Beth. All those in favor of closing the public hearing, please say aye. Opposed, no. No abstentions. Okay. Action on annual and 5-year 2017 capital fund program applications.
That's
And
this.
that was the, this is
Mhm,
action on this.
mhm.
Anything more is required on that? Some business of resident interest.
Oh, I need you to approve it if you, so.
Do I hear a
Sorry.
motion to approve?
I'll make that.
Thank you,
I was
Don.
expecting it to come.
Okay.
Pat, did you say?
I'm second.
Thank you.
All those in favor of approving the 2017 capital fund program applications, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. No abstentions, approved. Okay, all right. Now, business of resident interest. Staff reports and review property managers.
If you brought your November packet, that's because the SASH and property management staff and Jack are spending about 80 hours a week moving and
Yes.
dealing with red clover I gave them a pass on their reports and said,
Fine.
just look at the ones that they put in for November.
Okay.
I have the SASH
And I got
report
my
here.
packet last time after meeting, and I threw it away.
Really? Oh, no. Well, I can tell you
It
that,
was mailed in time, you know, I just got it stuck in the post office.
the good news from the property managers is that, until last week, we were 100% full and, so they've done all the turnover, all the apartments, we had one person leave last week. And the rent collection is much better.
That's
That's
great.
encouraging.
So I can tell you those. And the new folks that they are screening and bringing in are good folks. So,
We had just an explanation. For the last few months, we have had under expected and appreciated rent collections. So, and that affects everybody, not just the person who's not paying. So we've put more emphasis on that. We don't want to evict people. So I'm really delighted to hear that's going better. SASH, November says more good news,
Yep,
so
And they're gonna meet with Bernie this week.
yeah,
that's right, this
Kind of
Thursday, December 15th.
yes.
I hope he shows up this time.
He might. He might.
He's a busy man, but I know
No, he's not as busy.
I did go to one, I think it was in the spring, and he said it was assistant.
Oh, well, he might be
Well, he
there.
was running for office back then,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
he's pretty busy.
He might be there. I did want to correct something about the SASH funding. When it was first announced, the Green Mountain Care Board put out a slide that showed that, in their PowerPoint, that SASH would be receiving an $800,000 increase, and that was wrong. SASH did not receive any increase, and unfortunately, our partners think we have all this money, and we don't. So we will be talking with them and sending out notices and things, so.
Do you know what SASH is? Okay, just wanted to make sure.
My mother-in-law lives at Red Clover.
Okay, good. And I have both November's and December's Shelter Plus Care and Section 8 transitions to housing. And then David remarked that there have been some regulatory changes in the Shelter Plus Care grant. Anything that is significantly different?
Shelter Plus Care, no, I don't, I can't think of anything offhand.
Well, David wrote that he was attending the training in Concord this month.
One of the, well, there was a change in reporting, the data system. I'm really not sure about other, I mean, they haven't hit my radar, so.
Okay. All right, wonderful. And the family self-sufficiency report from our December. So that the minutes will reflect under SASH funding that we don't have all of the money that we wish we had.
Right, yeah.
Any questions, comments from the commissioners on family self-sufficiency?
It's a long ride to go to the dentist.
But to find an oral surgeon who will take Vermont Medicaid,
Very difficult,
very, very difficult, very
I
important.
can tell you that.
Well, I was interested, I'm a member of the American Society on Aging, and their quarterly, called Generations, focused on dental care for elders, this work. Really important.
Well, it's more than just a cosmetic thing, that's for
Oh.
sure.
No.
Definitely. Well, one of the instrumental things I discovered in having a new hip and a new knee is that you have to wait 6 months before you do any dental work, and then need to use medication each time you have anything done with your gums. So it's really a systemic issue around needing good dental care. So, any comments? Housing Choice Voucher Program is part of it. Has the change in the rental standard increased the ability of people with Section 8 vouchers to find housing in Brattleboro?
It is effective January 1.
So we
So-
won't know until January 1.
You notice that David has not put any new vouchers out, and we're
Yes.
waiting because
Okay,
and we're using the January 1 payment standards for the people that have the tenant protection vouchers in
Mhm.
Melrose, so that
okay.
they know that they've got a higher amount that they can look at.
We had people searching for more than 6 months and not being able to find an apartment with what HUD had allowed for the standard. So I wanted to follow up on that. Asset manager, written report.
Well,
That was one of the Red Clover Common.
yeah,
Okay.
it's really all about Red Clover Commons
Okay,
right now, and
yes.
getting everybody moved in, and, yeah.
As a percentage, how far we've moved into it.
We are, I believe we're over 50%.
Okay, not bad, that's good,
Yeah.
we're making progress.
Yep, yep.
Now, is it gonna continue through the holidays, or is it
No.
taking a hiatus?
No, keep getting my weeks mixed up, but we have through this week, and then we have one move on Monday, and then we have one move after that. So we should be, pretty much filled by, before the holiday.
That's a tremendous job that the staff has done.
Yeah.
I really, really appreciate that.
Thank you, they've really done a good
I heard
job.
rescue get called in, like, it was probably the first time, and they go, "Where's the front door?" And they found it quickly.
It's in front of the place, dummy.
It's so much quicker for them if they were rescued.
Any comments from people as they move in? At the annual meeting, we had 2 people who had already moved in and were delighted.
Well, the building is going through shakedown, there's fans that stay on and, just all that kind of stuff is happening. And the contractor is finishing the building. Literally today, the woman who was moving into her apartment was sitting and waiting while they finished doing the floor in front of her apartment. I mean, it's that close, but By and large, it seems to be going well. And given the snow, everybody moved their cars into the garage, and they were quite happy about that. And one person remarked to me today, well, isn't that great? I don't have to go outside to do my laundry or to go visit so-and-so. And I said, yeah, there are some benefits to being in a building. So it does have its downside. And the residents are really handling it all quite well. And we appreciate that. It's really, it's tough with the contractor being so close to the move-ins. I mean, literally, they were putting down the flooring in front. Her unit was done. It was the tile in front of, out in the hallway. So, hopefully they'll catch up.
How much more is there to be done?
Well, they're finishing the first floor, and then I think they're done. And we did get the certificate of occupancy for the entire building, and we are now carrying our insurance on it, and it's carrying its own insurance. So, all of that is good.
Excellent. So, work session, old, new, and other business. The financial review, monthly check listing. At the end of the, here.
I didn't have anybody down for January.
Well, I haven't done it in a while, so.
Oh, okay.
Tom, that would be great.
That's nice, thank you.
And I will be happy to do February.
Oh, great, thank you.
I'm going to be away in March for part of the time, so that will work good. Adopt changes to Brattleboro Housing BHA pension plan.
So I gave you the new language. This resolution, the one that you got also, just in the resolution, it included lowering our payment, which we've already done. So this one just talks about lowering the mandatory employee contribution, which is what we had talked about before. So, and then the other things that were with it were just for your information, the, finding all the, so the summary plan description, which will go into the plan that we hand out, and the actual amendment, which is what the resolution is about. So, and we checked these, and the only, it was just in the resolution adopting the plan amendment where we had the error.
Okay.
So I think all you need to do is adopt the resolution, and then all of these other things flow from that.
Do I hear a motion to adopt the resolution?
Yeah, I'll give you that resolution.
Okay,
Give me
thank you,
that.
Tom. Second?
Give me that motion.
And we have a second, Pat. All those in favor of adopting the resolution, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Abstentions? The resolution is adopted.
So the other part of lowering this was that the employees are now going to pick up a greater share of the health insurance. And I would ask that you adopt a 92 to, we will pick up 92%, they will pick up 8%, cost sharing of the Blue Cross Blue Shield Gold program. And that is for all sizes. I can't remember the word. Singles, doubles,
Single.
family.
Couples and
Yep.
families.
That's this one.
No, that's part of the pension. This is, I don't have a formal resolution on it.
Do I hear a motion to adopt the 92%, 8% cost sharing of the Blue Cross Blue Shield Gold program healthcare for 2017?
Also,
Thank you, Pat.
I'll second it.
All right.
Good partners here.
If staff wanted to take a plan below gold, so
Mhm.
bronze or silver,
Mhm.
would that change their percentage?
Well, it would, it's all based on the gold plan,
Okay.
so it could very well, yes. Because we would look at how much, how many dollars we're contributing and how many dollars they're contributing in a different plan. It could be that, we would pay all of it and they wouldn't need to pay any of it, depending on.
But they would take a greater risk of co-pays and
Yes, the co-pays, the
deductibles and so forth.
deductibles are higher,
Yeah.
yes.
Okay. We have the resolution, we have it seconded. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Abstentions, okay. We have adopted the cost sharing.
Thank you very much.
And review the 2016 audit and management letter.
Richard was going to be here to do this with you. I'm happy to answer any questions that I can. This is a much better audit than last year.
Great.
And there were no findings, and the prior year comments have been satisfying.
Great.
So if you don't need to approve this, I just wanted to make sure that you
Thank
got these materials, and I can certainly have Richard at the next meeting if you'd like to have him go through the audit with you.
It would be useful to
Okay.
simply, the prior year comments, they had identified several concerns of the stagnant balance sheet accounts, and utility bills that should have been approved and so forth. So that it would be really useful to just catch up on that.
We will have him there.
Good.
We will do that with you.
And last and most important,
Yes.
holiday lunch at noon on Friday, December 16th, which is rushing to.
I know.
Right, just this.
If you are going or can't go for various reasons, please let Jeanette know. She's handling the front desk for us. And I do need a very quick executive session to discuss personnel.
So, thank you for being here.
Thanks,
Thank
Lynn.
you, Lynn.
Take care.
Do we hear a motion to go into executive session?
Careful on the
Second, all those,
soapbox.
and- Second, thank you. You've been too quiet. All those in favor of going into executive session, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. And goodbye, Mary.
All right.